Hi, I'm Dan. I sing for Imagine Dragons.
And I'm Daniel, and I drum.
So this is what you meant when you said that you would spend.
Pretty excited. Maybe like a little tinge of nervousness, but like honestly, it feeds us and it gives us some energy. And we have a few pre-show rituals we usually do, and gets us in the zone.
Puts us in the mood.
Sing it for me.
We keep it pretty top secret. It's not. I mean, it's really not that top secret. We do some vocal warm-ups all together. Kind of have this thing that we go through, and then we all get together and we have this little chant that we do before we go on stage.
Usually we like to give each other a little tiny pep talk, and then we have a chant. That's probably the only secretive thing, is what the actual chant is. And after doing all those vocal warm-ups, we're pretty ready to hit the stage.
Give each other back massages.
Lots of massages and compliments.
Lots of compliments. You got to keep it exciting. For when you're doing the same thing every night during the year, you definitely try to change it up a bit. So we'll change the set list. We'll change songs. This next tour we're going on, where everything is different. We're adding in solos and adding in drum breaks, and because we're expanding the set. So we're always kind of shifting and changing the set to keep it exciting for us. Otherwise, it just gets monotonous.
The most important role in the show. We try to take the first step and bring as much energy as we can at the beginning of a show, but we really try to bounce that energy off the audience as much as possible, and I'd say we rely on the audience's energy a lot to kind of see what the feeling of the show is going to be. Some audiences are just jumping up and down and going crazy, and we will mimic that energy a lot. We feed off of it. And some audiences are kind of more introspective and want to listen a little more passively, and we'll play off of that, and it gets a little more intimate. So,
yeah, it's very true. Every show is different, but at the end of the day, we just try to come out and to, express ourselves and communicate to the audience, and whatever, route we find that leads to them, that's the one that we usually pursue. Paul Simon? I don't know. I mean, it's a tough question, but yeah, Paul Simon was up there. It was one of my favorite. Yeah, it was very nostalgic for me. I grew up listening to his music.
when we played my hometown of Atlanta, I felt that there was a magical energy going on, and that was the best we've ever sounded. But that's very subjective, and we've had a lot of really fun shows where I walked away saying that was the best. That had to have been the best. So.
Yeah, I remember an early show that we had in Norway at Bergenfest. We were playing. I mean, this is one of my favorite live shows. It's so hard to pick your favorite. But we were playing just to a room of like 200 people. It was a tiny room, but it was packed to the brim. It was one of our first shows there. And this was before really our band had any success, and they just took, a shot in the dark and invited us to come play this festival. We were one of the only American bands there. And I remember during the set ending up standing on people's tables, and it was just crazy. The room was just, people were just nuts. It was so fun. That always has held a special place in my heart.